Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mythgard in Middle-earth. My name is Corey Olsen, the Tolkien Professor, joined as always by my friend Gryfflet, who was trying to sit on the bench next to Galdor, even though he can't do that really cool semi-recumbent thing that Galdor is doing. But of course, unfortunately, Gryfflet found that when he attempted to sit next to Galdor on the bench, he actually whipped the bench out from under Galdor, so that now Galdor is sitting in his cool semi-recumbent position in midair, and was just basically Galdor's just flexing at this point. Like, he was already, kind of showing off his elvish ab muscles, and now it's just out of control. There you go. There's your bench back, Galdor. Nice chat. So Gryfflet is he's done hanging out with Galdor. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So we're headed to Belfalas today. We're Belfalas, I should say, today. And having come back, having done the entire Dead Marshes sequence last time, we're gonna head back out now. Come in peace or leave this place. Okay, now I choose leave this place. So here we go. All right. So we're out right past the ineffectual, as usual, barriers. Is there? Oh, okay. There's a wall, right? There's a wall. Great. We can do that. Yeah. Slightly inconveniently placed barrier. People have to walk a little bit around that defensive fortification. So I guess I'd say that's something, but it's admittedly not much. Okay. Anyway. How are you guys today? I am excited to be back. Okay, this is where I came in. Who's this? Oh, nobody. Is it just me, or does that look exactly like Glorfindel? Did I find Glorfindel's like long lost cousin here? I think maybe I do. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Drowsnake. He said the same thing. I'm like, wait a second. So I was trying to click on him to see if he had a name. I'm like, is Glorfindel visiting? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Whoop. Oh, hang on there, Gryfflet. All right. Out of the sea cave we go. All of our quests lead us to daytime and the Corsairs of Umbar. Okay, so I don't get the spike array in the back. I don't really even get it in the front. Ooh, and here comes a swan ship around the corner. Come to think of it, have I ever seen a boat moving on the water in Lotro before? I don't remember seeing that. Look at that. It's like sailing and stuff. Foam coming up around the prow of the boat. Just peacefully, it and the Corsair of Umbar peacefully ignoring one another. Huh. Oh, this was the first place that moving boats appeared? Yeah. Okay, so Phil says, I don't know whether the ships are pretty or pug ugly. Both, honestly. They're both. The buntings, you have to admit, are lovely. I mean, the pink buntings are they're precious. It's awesome. But it's the spikes, right? It's the spikes. And the spikes in the front look kind of imposing. But I have to admit, they don't look enormously functional. I mean, they give it that spiky sense, right? But what would you do with it? I mean, they're a little slender for ramming. having a ram at the front of your ship can be really useful, and even to have something, something designed to penetrate the hull of an opposing ship or something like that. But those spikes are too skinny for hull penetration, not to mention that they're pointed in like super weird directions. I mean, like normally that's a, forward jutting issue, with the ram at the front of the ship. But like there's spikes pointing straight up. What are they meant to do? Like, it just kind of looks like they're meant to keep very large pigeons from, coming to rest on the front and back of the ship. So I don't get it. I can't see how they could be really used practically in an anti-personnel maneuver. And then the spikes on the back seem even less well calculated to do any good. I mean, maybe you'd make it awkward for somebody, trying to, swing over from another ship and come down? But, seriously, how likely is that? Protection against aerial assault is what it looks like. I mean, the ones in the back in particular are pointing almost straight up. And I don't get it. I mean, it looks spiky, right? And therefore sort of threatening and intimidating, but just at the same time as they're rather too delicate for anything like penetrating the hull of opposing vessels, they're also too big for any other practical use. Look at the oars, right? Look at the oars that are coming out into the water. So those oars are presumably, this big around, right? Which means, proportionally, those spikes are like this big around, right? Like telephone poles or something. I don't get it. So they're, in other words, they're way too large. Like, nobody can wield them. It's not like they're weapons. You can't take them down and do something with them, right? Kendall, I think that's a really good, it's a really good theory. Okay, fine, I'll allow the purple bunting, but we have to have menacing spikes to balance it out. Yeah, I think it's probably like an identity issue, that they were gonna set out, and they were like, wait, we're just afraid that they don't look threatening enough, they don't look piratey enough, right? But we don't want to give up, the lovely, magenta buntings. So, yeah, we'll overcompensate with enormous spikes. Yeah. So, okay. Well, there we are. Okay, so how's everybody doing today? I'm happy. Gryfflet's happy. We're headed to Dol Amroth, where we'll probably be for a little bit, as I get to do all the quests in Dol Amroth now. Though I did quite a few quests in Dol Amroth with Wigend, as I recall. Not to mention that Gryfflet has been charged by Wigend to follow up on some suspicions of conspiracy. So, Gryfflet is going to be keeping an eye out when he gets into town. How about, I have an idea. How about I get on a horse? I could probably even get on. Carry on. Come, carry on. It's been ages since I've ridden my war horse. And let's not celebrate this by riding straight off a cliff. Okay. All right. Hopefully nothing as bad as cliving. Oh my goodness. Agreed on that. Okay. That's very nice. I like the wings on the towers. Oh, hang on. What's going on? Better stop. I can't even see what on earth is happening here. Okay. Enough for the scenery there, Gryfflet. Let's stick on the road. How about that? Okay. Maybe mention a certain nephew of the King of Rohan while you're in Dol Amroth, right? You think I should do a little name dropping? Okay, I hear there's this studly guy up in the north. You might want to get to know a little bit better. For those of you who don't know, of course, the daughter of Prince Imrahil, who's more or less in charge here in town, is Aemir's future wife. We know that. And can I just say how refreshing it is to be meeting somebody whom I know, whose future I know in a good way, instead of like them being in the song, which always puts rather a grim cast over our meeting. All right. What do we got here? First of all, this gate is really kind of subtle. I almost didn't find my way to the gate. I had to take a couple correct turns. The gate on the low ground, at the bottom of a hill, at the bottom of a canyon, really, indeed, is a bold move. It's a bold move. It's an interesting move. Very unusual. And the first thing I can say is that I'm not sure I approve of the sort of clashing colors between the Dol Amroth swan ship banner and the darker blue of the sails of the Númenórean ships. But we can live with it. But and I guess I'll allow the swan ship banner. It's this, but yeah, no, it's good. The swan ship banner. Of course, the swan ships of Dol Amroth are fun, really fun callback to the Silmarillion. Of course, the connection between where we just were, the Elvish havens down here, and Dol Amroth is interesting. The way that it's tied with the sort of Elvish legacy here in Gondor and the Nimrodel story is a lot of fun, which gives this place, within Tolkien lore as well as in the game, an independent relationship with the elves, independent from the whole Númenórean thing, right? They're not just connected with elves and allied with elves because they, because they're like Gondorian and, Númenóreans and stuff, but they have their own completely separate elvish history here. And that's kind of fun. And that seems to me to be, I was going to say signaled by, that's not quite the right word, commemorated by the swan ship connection, right? Which not only points to the elvish ships of the Haven, but of course points all the way back to the Teleri of the First Age. Phil, I was wondering about that too. Is that supposed to be the white tree? The tree symbol in the middle of the crown, right? That sort of looks like it looks like a stick figure version of an Ent, honestly, doesn't it? Like somebody, like if you drew an Ent in stick figure, that might be kind of what it looks like, with the forearms and all that. I don't recall that particular design to suggest the tree. Even ones, places that have shown the dead tree, and we can see up on the left, up here. Right in that door, we can see the tree in leaf with the stars arrayed around it, and that seems to be the older version, and we've seen that kind of thing before. But even ones which have depicted the post-king tree have made a little bit more of an effort than that. It's puzzling to me, in particular since these are apparently statues of kings, right? They look like kingly. Maybe they're Princess of Dol Amroth statues here. Is this a separate symbol then, which is not the white tree? Is this a Dol Amroth specific kind of sigil? So that what we're seeing here is not any reference to the kings, but to the princes of Dol Amroth. Is there a way in which this cute little stick figure tree, who looks like he's, sort of shrugging there, and with the like jaunty 3-point top knot going on there, are they yeah. Is this a different symbol, not connected to the white tree, that is somehow related to Dol Amroth? Is it meant to be derivative of the tree? Like, they're not showing the full tree because this is not the line of kings. These are the princes of Dol Amroth. So we have a tree-esque motif, right? But not the white tree, because they're not trying to, claim to be the kings. The tree with the stars over there, that is a royal sign, because they're totally legit, Gondorian city, so they can do that. But I wonder, with the swan wings around it, it suggests, for sure, that this is a Dol Amrothian thing, Belfalassian thing. Is it a tree from Lothlorien? Maybe, but it doesn't look like a tree from Lothlorien. I mean, if they're shooting for Malorn, they've shot wide of the mark, I'd say. So that doesn't make all that much sense to me. Yeah. It's cute. That's all I know. I can't get Entish stick figure out of my head, and when I think of it in those terms, it's just adorable. That's what an Entish stick figure is always going to look like in my head now. But let's see what we can find, and see if we can figure this out when we get inside. Still love the Númenórean boat thing. With the star beam mast. I'm glad that continues to be posted around Gondor, because it's adorable. Okay, right, we've got the trees in leaf, right? Again, the whole tree and leaf motif here, though without the stars. So it's not the full kingly sign here, unlike the one that we saw upstairs over there. Peeking up around. Anyway, let me talk to the door guard dude. Hi there, Dol Amroth door guard. Yes, Gilonor sent me. Allow me to welcome you to Dol Amroth, city of the prince. You will have ample time to explore, I assure you, so for now, let us speak of other things. Okay. Oh, and you immediately offer me trousers of the Great Shore? I'm so honored. I know it's not every guest to the city who is greeted with trousers. Welcome to the fair city of Dol Amroth, where Prince Imrahil rules. Alas that our prince has ridden to war. May he return whole and hale. Lothiriel now governs in his stead. Dol Amroth is a great city of Gondor, and you will not see its like anywhere. Would you like a tour? I get a tour? Many of our folk would be happy to show you the sights. You will find us a friendly people. You're a friendly peoples? You're a plural friendly peoples. Huh. Just walk around and you will be greeted by pleasant townsfolk. Okay. Who's going to give me my tour? Okay, I'll get a tour of Dol Amroth quest.
Speak your business, stranger.
And is also... Oh, here's the epic quest. Okay. All right. There was a time when passage into the city was free and open, and none needed to answer your questions, but those days are done. They will come again when the war is over. Oh, man. So first he offers me trousers, and then he starts being very brusque. You have to say that you come with an urgent warning for Lothiriel from Dorthoneth, the leader of the Avorrim. Leader of the creeping elves, you should say, for that is closer to the truth. Some say there is elvish blood in Imrahil's line, but if so, I say it is a good ways back, and the prince has done a good job of not letting it master his senses. Well, seriously, this guy was a lot more friendly just a minute ago. You may pass into the city. Lothiriel is fond of the elves, and her father is not here to speak against the meeting. It is not my place to speak for him, though I think his mind would be clear on this. Yikes. Okay. Can we go back to friendly tour of the city and free pants? Okay. So, like, now he's saying that he's glad that Prince Imrahil keeps the whole elvish blood thing quiet? Anti-elvish bigotry I did not expect to find in Dol Amroth, admittedly. Now, when it comes up in The Lord of the Rings, Legolas perceives it, right? And tactlessly says something about it to Prince Imrahil, who does not seem at all displeased. But the fact that Legolas kind of has to raise it, has to bring it up, essentially, it's not broadcast. So it is sort of distant. But yeah, this is a weird move. I wonder what we'll see. Sorry, I'm just looking at this guy's armor. I really like the Swan Knight armor. This is not quite the full Swan Knight armor even, but the swan on the breast and then the wings, both on the enormously, like the championship belt that he's wearing here, and then, down there on his hips. Very nice. And the way that the wings are integrated into the face guard, it's just my favorite. I really do think the swan armor might possibly be my favorite cosmetic armor in the entire game. Just might be. Okay, looking around. So the first thing I was trying to decide here was if the enormous faces all over the place are all the same. Is it all the same dude? I think it's all the same dude. I think it's all the same dude. And my guess... Oh, I'm blanking on his name. They're not going to be able to include it because it only appears in Unfinished Tales. But, what's his name? The guy, the dude who married an elf. The first Prince of Dol Amroth dude. I don't know. I can't convince myself that they're a different person. Because of the G? Does it begin with the G? I'd have to look it up. Somebody help me. Somebody look it up. Unfinished Tales. Ancestor of Imrahil who marries the elf. Galdor? Sounds like it is Galdor? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thought it began with a G. Couldn't put my finger on it. Getting old. There we go. Galdor. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So that's my guess as to whose face is all over the place. Because he was the one who really sort of established this line. Oh, look at that set of stairs that goes right up to the top. Oh, man. Did I ever even... We're going. Clearly. Just looking around. What other cool stuff? We've got the water buntings all around, just like we did in other Gondorian towns, making it feel like the sea, even though we're actually near the sea. But it's the whole like Numenorian motif, because it matches the blue of the Numenorian sails. Oh, you're headed. Oh, okay, it's a ramp. I thought those were stairs, and I thought that your wagon was gonna have a little hard time on that, but these people seem pretty chill for the fact, like, you know, kids playing in the square and stuff, kicking each other like they do. You know, ladies chatting by the fountain and stuff when there's like a Corsair ship right outside in the harbor. Like, that would seem maybe to indicate a slight cause for more alarm than I'm seeing here. But, oh, I found the wharf? I did? Oh, I did. Look at that. It's the wharf. Who knew? Okay. All the more... Oh, look at this. We've got a little harp and flute concert going on. That's some rollicking dancing to harp music. All right. Here we are at the wharf. There's the Corsairs. Yep. Enemy in sight, folks. Yeah. There she blows. Right over there. Big ol' intimidating spiky ship. Nobody very interested. Okay. We're just, they've got ice blood running in or ice water running in their veins here in Dol Amroth. Now this guy's packing up. What are you wearing on your head? That's the shiniest leather cap. First of all, I really dig, like, the sideburns on your leather cap. Like, that is pretty cool. Is there a chin strap under it? I bet there is. But it is so shiny. It's, okay. Looks like he's nailing the wheel to the wagon, which is not going to do him any good in the long term. But he's probably just tacking down. Okay, right, we're just hanging out. Look, you can almost see the Corsair ship from here. Never mind, ladies. You do you. You keep on. Yeah, I mean, like, they're really taken to the business as usual thing. But, yeah, you can't... I've never seen a city under attack less intimidated than this one. Wow. Can I say that yellowish orange dress is quite a statement? That's the bold... Are we sure she's not a Corsair agent? No, it matches too well. Yeah. She's probably not an Umbarian agent. Huh. I come into this town, and I get sent straight to the Fishmonger. Really. Yeah. This is the Fishmonger. Stay cool, Gryfflet. Stay cool.
Well met.
Are you here to see the wharf? It is perhaps not the best view of Dol Amroth, but I have always found it the most beautiful place in the city. Here you will find all of the fishermen hard at work, and the tall ships rest ere they set out for another great adventure. Does that include fighting off the Corsairs? Yeah, I was sent straight to the Fishmonger by the guard who hates elves, Phil. Yeah, exactly. So this is not starting off well. Is there a better smell on earth than the clean sea air and fresh fish and the salt of sea and sweat? Is that a trick question? I don't know. I don't know about the Fishmonger.
Well met.
You look like a stout and trustworthy sort. How would you like to earn a few pence? My usual delivery boy hasn't showed up today. Okay. Okay. And I need someone to haul in today's catch. You can find fresh fish by the ships parked at the pier. If you bring me today's catch, I'll pay you what I pay my normal worker. You pay your normal worker 39 silver? Seems like a pretty good price.
Well met.
Do you enjoy fishing? If so, you're welcome to cast your line off our wharf any day you like. There's a stair that leads to a low dock with a few rowboats tied up. In my opinion, that is the best place to fish. You should give it a try. Nothing soothes the soul like a bit of ocean fishing. Uh-huh. Okay. What's your real game, Fishmonger? Wigend was suspicious of you, but he never really found... I think Wigend's theory was that she was a Corsair agent. It's a pretty good fish right there. Got we have a hobby master right here in case you need to learn fishing at this late date. Okay. I don't know. Maybe she's innocent. Maybe Wigend was wrong. Wigend was not exactly hired for his brains. Okay, I'm supposed to collect fish, and I'm supposed to catch fish. So I've got a couple fish-related, several Piscine quests. Oh wait, hang on a second. But first I want to go upstairs. Yeah. Phil, I'm trying to keep an open mind. Despite the fact that Wigend was very convinced about the Fishmonger, I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm not sure about that lady with the yellow dress. What is even up here? So, is this just... Oh, this is just like to go from one part of the city to the other? It's just that the docks, the wharf is there's like an escarpment between the rest of the city and the wharf? Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're off on another adventure. Yeah, so there's like a blockade there, basically. Corsair blockade. Yeah, your harbor is blockaded. The beacons are lit. The beacon right there is lit. Right? Just in case you didn't notice the ship actually blockading your harbor. Man, we're pretty high up here. Right, and there's the road down to that low gate that we went through, and the one down from there. Wow. This is an awesome view. Yeah, and then we just head up to the into the next part of the city. That is cool. I'm just trying to see if I can jump back down. Yeah, should be able to. Oops, wrong button. Boom. Oh, No, didn't make it. Oh well. I was kind of hoping I could do that, but oh well. Where does it take us? Where are we? Whoa! Oh, practically back in Lamadan. Yikes! Okay. Wow. Yeah. Look, there we are. Man, deprived of my burglar shortcut back down into the harbor. Oh well. No problem. What's Stable Master from... What's the name of this town again? What's it called? I'll remember when I get there. Okay. All right. Well, Drosnik bets the Fishmonger secretly raised the height of that parapet before I arrived. Yeah. Maybe I should have found the Stable Master before trying that. Yeah, well, you know. It's fine. Maybe I'll just... I know what I'll do. Because I'm not going to have much time to do lore questions. So this is now gives me... hang on a second. Let me pause Gryfflet. I'm going to answer my lore question while I'm riding back into town. And then when I get back into town, I'm not going to have really this much lore question time, I think. So, okay. All right. Okay. Phil had been asking. I almost got to this last time, but didn't. I am still not convinced that Tolkien wasn't simply confused between a Morier and a Linway. So we were talking about how in the nature of Middle-earth, he changed the story, how instead of having a Lenwë, the wife of Turgon, die on the crossing of the Helcaraxa, he shifted it. And he had the wife of Turgon be a Morier of the Vanyar who didn't come over with them, which was Finrod's story. So basically he took Finrod's fiancée and made her into Turgon's wife. And so the reason that Turgon has no wife in Gondolin and only his daughter is that the two of them came over by themselves and Mom didn't come because she was of the Vanyar and she didn't come into exile with the Noldor. She was like, no way, I'm not going. I'm staying here with Mrs. Feanor, you know, with... Man, I'm having a horrible... Neldor... Why am I blanking on Feanor's wife's name? Holy cow. Nerdanel, thank you. Good grief, Drosnik. What is wrong with me? I need more sleep, I think. Anyway, okay, yeah, Nerdanel, yes. So, anyhow, Phil was commenting on... So I had been mentioning that, how Tolkien made that change, and we read about that in The Nature of Middle-earth, which I still have, like, sitting next to me because we're talking about it on Wednesday nights. And, anyway, so Phil says that he's not convinced that Tolkien wasn't just confused between the two of them. The change makes no sense. Turgon and Idril's story was well established, and what was he intending to do about Finrod? Not to mention, doesn't that mess up the heredity of the half-elf and shoving another Vanya into the mix? Great question. Okay, so, the one thing, Phil, I would urge you to remember, define well established, right? I mean, on the one hand, well established in time, that is, he had written it, you know, a long time ago. The idea of Amarie, the fiancé of Finrod, dates back to, I think, the 30s. So it was... the Corsair Patrol, that was fun. So it was, you know, some 30 years later, you know, 20 to 30 years later, somewhere in that range, that he was deciding to make this change. So it was definitely well established in that sense. But don't forget, it had never been published. So in another sense, it wasn't established at all. Like there was no hint of its establishment. He still had complete free reign to do whatever he wanted to do. And had he gone on to complete the Silmarillion, which would have been a huge job. But would have been an enormous job. And I've talked about this. We spent a whole day talking about the Silmarillion. But what Tolkien wanted to do with the Silmarillion, like what he was, not just wanted to do, what he started to do, what he set out to do, was beyond rewriting the whole thing. It was a massive, massive project. And it's no wonder he didn't finish that project. So much bigger than the editorial project that Christopher did. I know it kind of looks like, Tolkien had, more than a decade, right, in which to finish the Silmarillion, and he couldn't do it. And then he dies, and Christopher Tolkien comes out with the Silmarillion just a couple years later, 4 years after his death. And so it kind of looks like, from that it sort of looks like, well, okay, so, Tolkien had 3 times the amount of time it took Christopher to put it together. Why couldn't he put it together in that time? But that's because Christopher was doing something entirely different, right? Christopher was just taking existing texts and finding the way to patch them together, right? Into something like a whole. Tolkien was setting out completely to rewrite everything and reconceive large elements of the entire world. So, anyway, I'll ride to the main gate this time. Well, I want to fish. Can't I fish? Okay, fine. No, I'm doing my tour. I'm doing the tour, and the tour told me to start at the wharf, and here I am. I came in, and I'm at the wharf, and I got sent straight to the Fishmonger. What could be better? Right? So now we're going to start. We're at this sea coastal town. We're going to fish. That's what you do. Right. So, okay. Anyhow, let me not get too distracted into the potential history of the Silmarillion. Oh, here's some fishing dudes. So this is, I can't steal your fish and take them to the Fishmonger? Okay. Can I fish here? Hang on. Gotta equip my fishing rod for the first time in quite some time. Can I do that? Does it count? Because this isn't the place I was told to fish. But, oh, there we go. Caught a fish. I caught a goldfish. Which doesn't count. Okay. It says there's a low... I've got to find the fishing spot. Yeah, okay. So this is just bonus fishing. All right. Okay, ladies, don't look to your right. Oh. Is this like a set of identical twins talking to each other? At least they're dressed differently. This course, never mind. You're just... I'm telling you. The resolution of the citizens of Dol Amroth. I mean, they've really taken business as usual to a remarkable degree. Oh, the fishing spot, yeah, is on... Is this the fishing spot? Yeah, okay. Those the little one over here. All right, we'll do that. Okay. Oop, hang on. What's going on? Oh, is this like the bathing, the bathing stairs? Come right down here and... This is... No, this is where you climb up if you fall in. Got it. I'll remember that, just in case it's relevant. Okay, alright, I gotta go around this whole big building here. Right? Yes, indeed. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Ski 624. It does seem like it does seem. I bet you the Corsairs are kind of upset. Like, here they've come and they've established this blockade and are threatening the people, and, like, no one even noticed. No one's even noticed. They just, they're probably sitting over there like, what do we have to do? Nobody cares. Okay, let's fish. So anyway, back to Maurier and Elenwe. So yes. So on the one hand, as I said, Tolkien does not have to. He can make any change he wants. Nothing is established because nothing has been published. Okay, not 100% true. What has been established? There we go. Do I actually get anything in my inventory or just a quest thing? No, just a quest thing. No? Caught a flounder. Are there flounders in my... Oh yeah, there's the flounder. Okay. Yeah, I think I can probably throw back the goldfish, since my inventory is still at a premium. Okay. Why is this such a favored fishing spot, I wonder? I mean, yeah, it's a low dock, but there are people fishing off the other dock. Fishing off a high dock looks like more fun, actually. I mean, that guy likes it here, apparently, but... Anyway, okay. All right, we'll keep fishing. Yeah, so, Amari and Olenwe. As I say, not established, so that's the first thing that I would point out. But what is the effect of this? So, think of the impact that this has. I don't think it messes up the line of the half-elf. And indeed, if anything, it makes it more fun, because it connects the half-elven to more. Is there a Vanyar connection in the half-elven the way it was in the published Silmarillion? Idril is pure Noldor. Of course, we have the Telerin connection, the Sindarin connection, right? Through Thingol, right, from Luthien. So you've got from the third kindred of the elves. Any Vanyar connection? Well, I mean, yeah, ultimately, back a generation. I mean, Turgon's mom, Turgon's grandma, I should say, is Vanyar. So I don't think it doesn't do any harm. I mean, there's already Vanyar in the line, and there's no problem with that. Like, they don't have to be pure Noldor. So the fact that they are... I acquired weeds as well. Okay. Looked like a fish to me, but... yeah, Indis of the Vanyar, yes, exactly. Well, no, Turgon's grandma, Fingolfin's mom, is Indis. So, Turgon's grandma. But anyway, point is that it's not a problem having actual, Vanyar in the half-elf bloodline. There already is. And kind of the more the merrier, right? So, the more that... this all comes down to Elrond, right? And the more that Elrond's blood is a mixture of, like, all the important bloodlines of the First Age, the better. Like, that's his job, narratively, right? Is to be that... the living memory of the elder days, living into... I'm going to throw the weeds back. Living on into the second and then the third age. Okay. I think I'm going to equip my weapon just in case. Anyway, Oh, yeah, Phil, I did the same thing. All right, so we've got a boat to Tall Fenos and a boat to Tall Enduial. I'm kind of excited about the idea of running the blockade, but okay, there's the islands. Great. Well, I'll wait till I get quests there. But that'll be fun. Anyhow, so I don't think that creates any kind of problem. So the last question, therefore, Phil, would be, what does it do to the lineage of, or not the lineage of, what does it do to the marital life of Finrod, right? Because the fact that Amarie of the Vanyar was his girlfriend and she didn't come with him explains why Finrod never marries, right? Finrod is like one of the only, Fëanorians, a little unclear. Anyway, he's slightly unusual as a bachelor king in among the Noldor there in Middle-earth. And so what is it about this guy that makes him suspicious? I don't understand. I mean, just because he's crouched down so inconspicuously, carrying a cutlass. This guy's idea of blending in is, first of all, what is up with your hair and beard? Talk about suspicious. This guy's wearing a fake beard, right? He's like, he got like an Abe Lincoln, from a costume shop. So he's wearing a fake Abe Lincoln beard. He's like, I know how to look like a Gondorian. I'll dress in white. Yeah. That way they will never connect me to the Corsairs, even though I wield my pirate's cutlass openly. And if I just stay crouched low enough like this, then, yeah. Okay. Yeah, not suspicious at all. Look at the flower petals. I mean, like are they leaves or are they blossoms? I guess they're leaves. Pink leaves? Huh. Meanwhile, right, there are these two moms chatting over here and saying to the daughter, like, okay, don't look at the suspicious guy with the fake beard over there. It's not polite. Okay, fine. So where am I? I see. I gotta go. Sorry. Oh, excuse me, Fishmonger. Yeah, apologies. We're gonna go back down to the wharf. How did I get up there? Oh, I see. I had to go all the way around. Okay. I see. Just getting the lay of the land here, trying to understand how the wharf works, trying to blend in among the people who don't care about Corsairs. Okay. Here's the fish deliveries. I'm just looking out at the blockade, Sorry, I'm breaking the unwritten rule of Dol Amroth, which is I'm looking at the Corsairs right over there, blocking the entire sea gate. Unlike this captain. See, this captain, he is towing the party line here, right? I am standing resolutely with my back to the enemy, not looking. Nice little purple cape, though. It's very fetching. I kind of want a little purple cape like that. I think Gryfflet would look adorable in a little purple cape. Okay. Not sure the purple. I'm not sure I love the purple and blue there together, but still, except wearing bright purple like that, aren't people going to mistake you for a pirate? Oh, nice. I can pick up all 6 boxes at once. I love that. Okay. 6 crates of fish. Stacked on my little halfling shoulders. Alright, sorry, not trying to intrude on your conversation here. This kid is in trouble. She is unmoved, kid. Yeah. Well, what were you trying to tell her? Like, Mom, there's an enemy ship right there. Yes, I think the city might be under attack. And she's like, having none of it. Meanwhile, this guy's kicking these boxes. What's going on with these boxes? Why are you kicking them? You trying to knock them over? Maybe they're not your boxes. Maybe these are the boxes of your competitor, and while his back is turned, you're trying to kick them over. That's rude. Besides, if you do that this way, you're at risk of noticing the enemy blockade. Shouldn't you at least be trying to kick them over from the other side? Okay. Huh. Or wait, hang on a second. I think these guys have spotted something. What do you see over there in the distance? I don't know. Huh. Yeah, let's look. No, don't see anything. Yeah. Nothing to be worried about. Nothing to be worried about. Okay. Glad we had this little talk. Where are the other 6 boxes of fish? In the middle wharf? Really? Okay. All 4 of them? All right. Anyway, so, sorry, Phil, back to Finrod, and why doesn't he ever get married? The thing is, he doesn't need a huge reason to not get married for 2 reasons. Reason number 1. He's not in Middle-earth that long before he dies. In elf terms, Finrod only lives in Middle-earth for like the equivalent of 2 mortal years. It's just not a long period of time, and the whole time they're at war. So even if Amarie had come with him, they wouldn't have gotten married. Where are the fish? Being sent after phantom fish. There's no fish over here. This fishmonger has sent me on a... Well, I guess it's technically not a wild goose chase. Am I chasing wild fish? Yeah, she did send me to chase wild fish, but I caught them. Okay, no, that's not the one. Wait, did a dude just pitch into the water? Really? I missed that. Somebody over here just fell in? Okay. Oh, man. Maybe that, but no one noticed that either, apparently. So, okay, maybe I'll check the far wharf by horse. All right. So anyway, yes, we don't... I know there are no fish on that wharf. Yeah, so there's no reason to think that Finrod would ever have gotten married in the text, because he was only in Middle-earth for a very short time from an Elvish perspective, and they were at war the whole time. So even if Amari had come over, they wouldn't have gotten married. Oh, phew. There is fish over here. Okay. Just everywhere you go, can't help but see the enormous blockade right there in your harbor. But I'm glad nobody's worried. Man, these are some hardy folk here in Dol Amroth. Nice wide streets, too. The sunburst is interesting. It's a 7-rayed sun? Do you think the sun is meant to be... It's like an Anarian reference, right? Like a... But no, because Minas Anor wasn't even the capital when this place was built. All right, I'm going back to the Fishmonger, so I should go up this way. See, now I know my way around here. Figured it all out. Okay, Ms. Fishmonger. Let's just see.
I greet you, friend.
Really? Your worker is slower than that? I'm surprised. Doesn't speak well for your normal level of help.
What news do you bring, traveler?
Make sure you come back again, dear. Suspicious. Suspicious. Uh-huh. Hourglass for your suspicious fishing quest to repeat. I'm on to you, a near one. So the floaty name on the suspicious town person is just particularly funny in context. Like he's the only person who stands out. Suspicious person over here. But fortunately, I'm not suspicious of him yet. So what do we do? I've got... No, okay, no, I do. Oh, now I got to find the Artisan's Quarter. Okay. I got to find the Artisan's Quarter. Oh, it's way up here. Okay. Well, we'll go up. Let's see if we can go up by horse without dying. Is it a star? I don't know. I'm not convinced that's a star. Oh, the sun is a star. I see what you mean. Right, yeah. I see. I see. No, it's not. That's ridiculous. See, these sunbursts have lots of rays, which is why the one on the floor looks so much like a wagon wheel. Maybe it's a wagon wheel. Maybe it's not a sun. Maybe it's actually a wheel. Think it's a wheel? Yeah. Maybe it's a wheel. Maybe it's a 7-spoked wheel. Yes. That's possible. An interesting, though slightly surprisingly mundane. Aha! See, now there we're alternating with the tree. Interesting. Look how much older this looks. There was apparently some kind of renovation, some kind of Dol Amrothian beautification project that was undertaken sometime in the last millennium, you know? And, no, I doubt it's a compass. Too many points for that. Here is Inzelbel's Walk. Okay. Looking forward to hearing the story behind that. We've got actual swans. That's great. I guess I can go this way. Oh yes, the number 7's common in a lot of mythology and especially important in Gondor. 7 is important, 9 is important. 7 stars and 7 stones and 1 white tree and all that. You could find a bench, but, you know, also don't be disturbed by the fact that the city's under attack. Oh, everybody's standing around reading around here. Let's see. Let's see if she sees anything from up here. You spot anything yet? See, I don't know. No, everything looks fine. I agree. Nothing to be alarmed about. Nothing at all. Is that? Yeah, that's Ethelwand right over there. Huh. Just looking at Nimmerdel and Amroth here. Okay. And okay, I'm still in Isabel's walk. All right. This is the largest city we've been in to date, isn't it? I mean, obviously Minas Tirith is bigger, but as far as where the epic has taken us, I think this is the biggest city we've seen. Hey, it's the Artisan's Quarter. Speak with someone. Anyone. Alright, here we've got... oh, look, townsperson. I will speak with her. Hey, what do you guys do here in the Artisan's Quarter? Apart from make things.
Well met.
I am indeed a traveling artisan. If so, I have come to the right place, for you'll not find a better crafter's area for leagues upon leagues. Hooray! Oh, that's it? Oh, I see. So I could do side things here, but it would be on a purely elective basis, huh? Just pointing out that I could do lots of crafting here. Okay. Okay. The Keep of the Swan Knights, huh? Ooh. Aren't you going to skip all the rest? What about Isabel's Walk and the... Is that a library? It's got banners in front of it. I can't read it. And the Scholars' Quarter? And the Harper's Court? What kind of a half-hearted tour is this? Now we're going straight to the Court of the Fount? Ooh. And they have one of those funky wizard statues here. Excuse me, swans. Pardon me. Yeah, sorry. Taking a shortcut. Yeah, sorry. Excuse me, swans. Okay, because I'm wanting to... No, still not quite there. Can't climb... No. Okay, fine. Yeah, with the really funny ears pointing out. And the swords. Weird. I've never understood this statue. We've seen it in lots of places. It's obviously old Gondorian. It does look a bit like Merlin from the animated Sword in the Stone. Little redhead, totally agree with you there. I've never understood it. The pointy ears sticking out. Are they ears? Is it part of his hat? I think it's part of his hat. Seemed to be fixed to the side of his helmet. Was that an old version of a winged helmet? Just with spikes sticking out either side? I don't know. And their hands are creepy and claw-like? And he's got a sword, but he's not wielding it like a warrior, and he's wearing flowing robes, which are wholly impractical for sword wielding anyway. Don't get it. I don't think I've ever gotten it. Looks not only stylistically, but in materials, does not look the same as the rest of the town here. He definitely looks like a wizard, but what wizard would it be? Looks like a wizard, but what wizard and why? I don't know. And why is he here? Well, what building is he standing on top of? It's a bank. It's a banking wizard. No, there are more of them over there. Okay, it's not exclusively a banking wizard. Oh, look, banking. Dude, there's a banking quest.
Gondor needs your aid.
Nice. Nothing like a good fiduciary quest here. A great threat rises to the north. What I have heard of the forces in Tarlang's crown has grown more and more unbelievable with each account. So you're going to send me all the way up to Tarlang's crown because you're afraid there might be an attack in progress there. Okay. Okay. Fine. This much remains clear. We cannot allow the Corsairs or their leader in the crown, Azruthor, to gain any more foothold in our lands. Yeah, you wouldn't want the Corsairs encroaching. I agree. I would suggest being proactive against any encroaching Corsairs, for sure. Once you have readied yourself and your allies, travel to Tarlang's crown and find Harnion. He is a scout of mine and can guide you and your allies through our plans. Oh, the fellowship quest. I don't know. Okay, greater foe. What's going on over here? Glirath? Okay, no, you're not the one with the quest, though. You're the armory? Like, this lady is like a walking armory, apparently. I'm not sure in what strange metaphorical sense you're an armory, but I believe it. I believe it. Maybe she's an emotional armory. You know, counseling the people and equipping them with emotional armor to, in which case she's doing an awesome job. Maybe Glirath is the one who has like helped everybody to maintain their calm despite the fact that their city is technically besieged. And then there's Beriaudir here. Beriaudir. The IAU combination is a little awkward. Beriaudir. I want to put an R at the end of that. Beriaudir, but it's not. Beriaudir. Beriaudir. Ow has to be long because you can't do a diphthong like that short. Beriaudir. Huh. Weird. What do you think? The city guard watches over all of Dol Amroth. We ensure the people. Did I have a city guard quest? I had a city quest.
Gondor needs your aid.
Oh, is this one of my vector quests? Huh. Okay. I've heard much about what you have done to aid the people here in Western Gondor. I think you would make a fine addition to the city guard. Really? Of course I'm interested in joining. Especially if I get a really cool cloak. Okay, so now he's got the... See, this is the normal skeletal tree, right? When you see the white tree without leaves, like this is the modern tree. Notice it's got that divided top. Yeah, I had never really noticed that before, but the split top is like the split top we saw on the stick figure tree. Okay.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Are they? You wouldn't know it. Welcome to Dol Amroth. I have seen you about the city as of late, and you appear to have done much to aid Belfalis and our peoples here. But the threat against us looms ever present, and one must be vigilant in their watch for the shadows. You better keep an eye out. I'd look in the shadows for your troubles, because you're not going to find them in the harbor. I've looked. If you are interested, we could find a place for you within the city guard. You would need to prove yourself many times over. Should you rise to the mark, though, Dol Amroth would consider you one of her own. Oh, man, do I want to know more? Of course I want to know more. I totally accept.
How may I help you, friend?
Dol Amroth is not a small city. We have stretched and sprawled over the years to cover many an acre, and that's without considering the docks and port. It is a large area for us to patrol and cover. Each section of the city has its own personality and people who call it home. Each has its own needs and dangers. Our guards are not allowed to patrol and keep watch over... Not allowed? Not all allowed? Huh. You must learn that section to earn the right and privilege of serving it. Oh, I see. You're not allowed everywhere. Really? Are there other guards to keep you out? What do you have to do to train to be one of the guards who guards the guards? Right? Is that a special elite corps of the guards? Okay. You shall start where all the young recruits do with the library. Oh, excellent. Do a series of tasks for Tolrian, and you shall receive some recompense. Return when you have it. Okay. I want to be a city guard. Oh man, this is great. This is the kind of quest Gryfflet came here for. I get to go to the... Wait a second. Complete Beriadir? Captains of the crew? Huh. Okay, no, this is great. Yeah, Kendall, I want to know who guards the guards too. I mean, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is no kind of half-hearted tour of the city, right? I'll go to the court of the prince when I'm darn well ready for it. So hang on a second. Where's the yeah. Oh, wait, the keep of the Swan... Oh, I see. I took a wrong turn. I was looking at this one over here at the Court of the Prince. But the Keep of the Swan Knights? Yeah, I will go to the Keep of the Swan Knights. So hang on a second. All right. Okay. It's guards all the way down. Yeah, I agree, JJ. Okay, all right. Let's be... Gryfflet wants to be systematic here. It's Beriadir. Beriadir and Beriaudir over there. Do you guys get confused? Is that why you're wearing a helmet? Because, like... with only your strikingly attractive blue eyes showing through, because you're like, I'm not that dude, and I'm gonna hit you if you confuse me with him. Oh, hang on. But they're really into the harp and flute duos. The kids just love that around here. So let me go out to the Keep of the Swan. The tour is going to bring me back down to the fountain, I think, probably. Sorry, I was confused when it said I should go to the Keep of the Swan Knights. I made an assumption that I thought it was the Court of the Prince it was sending me to over here. I was just like shortcutting everything else. But no, it's a more thorough tour than I gave it credit for. So, wow. Synchronized sword practice. Look at this. This is like the Russian ballet or something going on up here. I am so unqualified. It's a really ornate dance. See, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to imagine the musical theme that goes with this dance. Ha! Oh, yes, there we go. There's a little... Wow. My hat is off to you, gentlemen. This is just amazing. But I think it's slow. It's a slow... This is not like a... It's not Yakety Saxville, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's not. No, I think it's, I mean, like a nocturne or something. I mean, it's because there's these long pauses. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. No, I can't place it. Can't place it. Okay. I found the keep of the Swan Knights. Maybe a slow waltz? Yeah, Kendall, something like that. Look at this guy. Normally, how does that guy draw that axe? I mean, presumably it's secured to his back with, like, loops in the back of his armor or something. How on earth could he put it? His arms would have to be 15 feet long for him to either draw or sheathe that axe. It's Yakety Sax played Adagio? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's not meant to be drawn and wielded with your hands. Maybe what happens is he just bends over and charges. Yeah, I know it's a halberd, but it's... I mean, it's a poleaxe, obviously, but still, the point is you don't sheath a poleaxe of any kind. Really, you know? Oop. It's Beriadir, and it's the same guy in a different costume now. Didn't I just see you at the fountain? Man, everybody is named a variant of this, but this isn't even a variant. This is the same guy. Looking at your armor, though, Beriadir. Your armor is nicer, though your face is less nice, and your eyes are slightly less attractive than the other Beriadir, who also looked younger. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying the other one was younger and less mobile. Blah. He started tried to talk to him, and he tried to charge. Okay, what do we have? We get many travelers in Dol Amroth. I bid you welcome. I also say to you, mind your behavior while you are here. Drink and make merriment as you will, but do not try to cause a disturbance. Right, like the Corsairs in the sorry, I mean, no, I wouldn't. Because we don't let anything disturb the peace in Dol Amroth, not even attacking armies. So it's good. Yeah, I agree. Here's the keep of the Swan Knights, where the finest soldiers of Dol Amroth execute the will of Prince Imrahil, or the Lady Lothiriel, who now governs in his place. A fine prospect, is it not? Yeah, from here you've got a great view of the Sorry. I won't mention them.
How may I help you, friend?
Okay. There are too few of us to keep the peace here. There are too few of us, and we all have the same name. Keep the peace here, with the soldiers marching under Prince Imrahil's banner, and yet we are charged with maintaining order nevertheless. Many are unhappy with Lothiriel's rule. Really? Oh, that's sad. That doesn't seem right. Why are they sad? Why are they unhappy with Lothiriel's rule? But some of the more vocal inhabitants of Dol Amroth have taken to making a disturbance in the court of the Fount, trying to gain supporters. Did you have a report of a halfling splashing around in the fountain? Because I hope you didn't. Would you be so good as to disperse the group of dissenters? Dissenters, huh? All of a sudden, it's like 16th century Britain. Okay. Can I... I can go in. Let's just have a peek. Ooh, look at the swan. That's the biggest swan statue I've ever seen. Okay, not much for lighting in here. Okay. Okay, so we've got some light coming in from the stained glass windows. Sort of stained. Non-stained glass windows. Just glass windows, I suppose. But it's really quite dim. You guys ever think about lighting it? Look, there's like 2 little torches over there. And everybody else is huddling in the gloom. Hey guys, what's up? Hey Beriadir. What's up, Beriadir? Yeah, yeah. Off duty, Beriadir? Okay. All right. Lots of Swan Knights, and they're all named Beriadir. Holy cow. Like, my question is, who's in Minas Tirith? And, or, what does this place look like when Dol Amroth is, like, when... What does this place look like when Imrahil's at home with the rest of the knights? This place is thronged with Swan Knights. I see. He's a Beriadir and they come in 6-packs. Okay. Okay. I'm looking for like Beriadir and other variants as well. I see. And Drowsnake says Prince Imrahil left behind only the people named Beriadir. Yeah. Which was unfortunately the bulk of his force. Yeah. Bad planning. Oh dear. Oh man, I love Dol Amroth. Okay, where do I go next on the tour? Oh, I've got to disperse the crowd, of course, for Beriadir. Right. Oh, and now, wait, it wants me to go back to okay, hang on, I'm going to go back to the walk. Got to be systematic with this tour. So the tour turns out to be, in fact, a thorough tour. It just is not in a logical sequence. Ooh, quiet and secluded part of the city. Breathtakingly lovely. Inselbell's Walk. Sorry, I didn't realize. I mean, people were standing around reading. But we have to be quiet in Inselbell's Walk. Okay. Whom do we talk to in Inselbell's Walk? Anybody? Everyone's reading. No. Shh. Nobody to talk to. It would be rude to talk to anyone in Inselbell's Walk. Back to the court of the fountain. I mean, the fount. Okay, all right, here we are back in the Artisan's Quarter now. Through to the Court of the Fount. Let me guess, I'm supposed to talk to somebody named Beriadir. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, his cousins Teriadir, Gariadir, Periadir, and Heriadir all went with Imrahil? Yeah, I probably did. Oh, hang on. Lothario will be our ruin and our downfall. Who says she is fit to rule? Yeah, keep your voice down. Oh, well, no, that was Inselbell's Walk. Yeah. Did the Swan Knights hear me? I will leave. Okay, now I want to... I thought he would never stop talking. Okay, so I'm freeing... It's not exactly that I'm quelling... dissension so much as freeing people from boars, apparently. Oh dear. Okay. Who's this? Tolerian. Oh, it's the library lady. Okay, hang on. I'm not ready to talk to the librarian yet. I mean, I'm going to embark on my career to be a guard, and I'm going to be really disappointed if it does not culminate in a ceremony in which I'm ceremonially renamed Beriadir. Oh, man. I just love Dol Amroth. I never want to leave. Fortunately, I don't think I ever will. Oh, okay, hang on. Here's another dissenter. Excuse me. Going around the kids. Okay. Oh no, this guy's trying to instigate the swans to rebellion. Knock it off. Oh, have you ever seen a finer found just admiring? Okay, well, yeah, no, this is, good. I've lived here all my life, but I still come here every day just to gaze upon it. It is the pride of Dol Amroth. If you are traveling through, the court of the fount is where you want to be. Here we have the finest goods for sale from all over the world, brought from our ships. It is always bustling here, never a dull moment. Okay. Beriadir was the soldier of the month. I bet he was. I bet Beriadir is the soldier of the month every month. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful fountain. Okay, my tour next takes me to the library, which I think is right down here. Yeah, right behind the librarian. But hang on. First, I have to find more dissenters. What's this? The House of Coins. I thought the bank was over there. The bank and the House of Coins. What is this, the mint? All right, hang on a second. All right. This guy... Excuse me, lady. Is this guy boring you? Alright. Yeah, this guy... Just like... He's so embarrassed he doesn't know where to look. He just keeps shifting his weight uncomfortably. Hey, dude.
Gondor needs your aid.
Lothario does not have the interests of the artists and craftspeople at heart. Just you watch. Our livelihoods will be destroyed while she rules. It's like a month. Keep your voice down. I suppose I was being rather disruptive. What I like is that these dissenters... yeah, it was getting awkward, right? Yeah, we don't like to talk about things. Can I just say, your poofy hat looks particularly fetching. I really like the way that you've have your hair sticking out underneath it and stuff. Just like kind of perched on the top. Yeah. Yeah. Very attractive with that poofy hat right there. Brandarth? What kind of name is Brandarth? But your shoes. Good grief. In what armory? You're a lore master? Wait, lore master armor? Is that what the young lore masters are wearing these days? Those bright green shoes? Yeah, they do look like alligator loafers. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not hip to like Gondorian sneaker culture. I can't really tell you the kind of statement he's making there, but excuse me. Is anyone dissenting? I thought so. Lothario has no idea what she's doing. I will never listen to her or follow her rule, and I urge you to resist as well. Imrahil made a poor choice leaving her in charge. Yeah. But they're so... Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, he was starting to cause a scene. And if there's one thing we cannot abide in Dol Amroth, it's anybody disrupting the peace of the town for any reason whatsoever. We are just going to ignore the Corsairs right out of existence. Okay, no, that's the library lady's ring, so... Okay, more dissenters to the northwest, huh? Alright, let's come over here. Stop bothering the lady. How can we be protected and safe with only the Swan Knight's named Beriadir remaining within the city walls? Imrail took those who could protect us, and we are left with nothing. Nothing. Beriadir is offended by that comment. Oh man, you're gonna get the whole Beriadir's union to come down on you for statements like that. Come on, man. Okay. Phew. Yeah. Okay. I'm just saving damsels from social awkwardness all over the place. Oh, a female dissenter? She's descending. She's just. Is she talking to this plinth over here? Right. These two townspeople have been ignoring her and going about their business as usual so pointedly that she's started descending to the plinth.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Lothario is young and inexperienced, and our fighting forces have all but left the city. Only Beriadir remains. Can the Swan Knights alone protect us? Have you not heard the rumors of Corsairs from Umbar? What? Are you? Come on, that's ridiculous. Rumors. Oh, I can't even with this town. Oh man. Unfounded rumors. Oh, Dol Amroth is my favorite town. Oh, this is the best. Okay. Rumors. Well, at least I've ushered away the dissenters. That's something. Oh, man. Phew. It was spreading unfounded rumors. Oh, man. We can't have that. Okay, where were we? Hang on a second. Oh, I'm going to go back to Beriadir. Excuse me, has anybody seen Beriadir? I gotta find him. Phew. Past the carefully choreographed sword training. Nope. Where'd he go? He's gone! Oh, no, there he is. No, I don't even have to turn it in. Okay, that's fine. Yes. Who is spreading those hideous rumors about Corsairs near? I, for one, will not hear of it. I mean, that is, we have to go, I should disperse more people, I think. When one Beriadir falls, 12 more take its place. Yeah, apparently. Okay, all right, hang on. I don't even need to come back here. That's fine. All right, so we've got, I think I'm going to finish the tour and then join the city guard. So next up, okay, let's go to the library. Let's go to the library. Okay. Oh, boy. Does your horse always do that? Continue to gallop in midair? It doesn't usually, right? It costs 995 LP to buy a name change. Yeah. But look, you can't just change your name to Beriadir. You've got to earn the name Beriadir, right? Those guys put in time. Hi, librarian lady. Oh, wait, I didn't find it yet. The library. So wait a second.
Oh, I see. I was misunderstanding. The wizard dude is above the library. Not the bank. I say, the building is the library, but this guy is the bank. He's a bank named Eleglar. Yeah, Eleglar. And he's a bank. Which led me to think that this was a bank, but it's not a bank. It's a library. Okay. Which is a sort of bank. It's like a book bank, right? Hi, Tolerant. Does Dol Amroth have a public library? Ooh. Wait, I already have those quests. Sometimes I spend my patrol shift reading within the halls of the library. There are many great things to be learned there. Wait, yeah, but wait. Tolarian, are you a guard? You're on patrol? Oh. Do the guards, like, are they plainclothes guards? Right, the books are all checked out to Beriadir. How do you collect your library finds in this town? Okay, but so confused.
How may I help you, friend?
Okay. Oh, so no, I see. You were sending me to her to get all these quests. Okay, hang on a second. Tolarian, I'm going to be back. I'm going to finish the tour, and then I'm not ready to become a guard. And anyway, you're not a real guard. And I don't just say that because you're in plain clothes. I say that because your name's not Beriadir, obviously. Okay. So, I'm just going to go in because I think it's the library. Can I go in? No, I can't. I can't even enter. Oh, because it's not the library. Maybe it's the bank after all. Maybe it's the... And this guy's the docks? I don't understand these guys' job titles. Okay. You're the docks. In what sense are you the docks? In the sense that you are a guard of the docks? Are you the guard for the docks? Are you the guard who keeps the guards, the untrained guards, from going to the docks until they've achieved their dock qualification? Ooh, no, wait, I know. You're the guy who provides the testing, like when you go to take your driver's test for your driver's license. So when you're training to be a guard, you come to this guy and he tests you on the docks and grants you your docks pass, so that you can get into the docks then for the first time, right? And it's the Great Hall and the Mason. Which of these things is not like the other? And she's the warehouse, and he's the armory. Okay. No, she's the armory, right? Yeah. Okay. I get it. What? Oh, there's Beriaudir. Right, which I didn't realize what an unusual name that was until later on. Okay, and she's the Swan Knights. Okay, so they must be like the ones who give the driver's tests for the. Okay, now this is the library, right? That's the library, and oh no, I don't have a quest. I don't have anybody to talk to. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody because it's a library. Okay, that's fine. So, that's great. We're then going to go to the Mason's Court, is it? No, the Scholars Quarter. Why is it trying to lure me to the Mason's Court when the quest tells me to go to the Scholars Quarter? But that's fine. Scholars Quarter's got to be somewhere near the library. So, okay. So this over here... Oh, didn't expect it to be so steep up there. Okay, so that's the palace. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so the scholars go back here. Hey, Beriadir. Okay, into the scholars' quarter. Here we are. Do we have to be quiet in here? Or is it just in the Walk of Insilbeth that we have to be quiet? No, they're talking over here. There's lots of conversation going on, lots of scholarly debate, but no dissent. What kind of a scholar's quarter is it with no dissent? Do I have any dissenters from anything? Hrovendal. Okay, Hrovendal. Why are you wearing purple? Did you start rumors about the Corsairs?
Well met.
Oh, man. I am sorry. I was lost in thought. I am a poet, you see, and my mind often wanders amongst my yet unwritten verses. Understandable. How about maybe Ode to the Corsairs currently attacking the city? No, never mind. Today I think of Barian, the lady I love. She is oft in the mason's quarter, and fair as any maiden I've seen. They say that meditation upon certain lovely objects will help the words flow, and come to think of it, I do wish to write a poem for fair Berian. Here, have a spare journal. Go take notes for me, if you would, on lovely things in the court of the fount. The clear water, so like her voice, or the blue canopies, so like her eyes. Your note will help me profess my admiration. Excellent. Try to catch a glimpse of Berian? Seriously, like, become a peeping Tom? That's my quest? Okay. What do you think, townsperson? You look a little grumpy. Looks a little more realistically like a poet. Yeah, I try to catch a glimpse of Berian. This quest makes me uncomfortable.
Well met.
My pardons, I was lost in thought. People often come here to lose themselves in their thoughts, for this is the Scholars' Quarter, where we're so deep into the center of the city that we can't even see the Corsair ships in the harbor, and thus rumors, wild, crazy rumors, have not yet penetrated to this quarter of the city. Here you will find the great minds of Dol Amroth. Okay. In Dol Amroth, we call them peeping Beriadirs. I'm sure. Okay, I gotta go to the Mason's Court. I gotta, hang on though. Inspiration. I see, so I'm probably not supposed to take a peep at her in the, oh, no, there she is. Okay, never mind. Am I supposed to, do I have to, hang on. All right, we'll sneak. There she is. It's Barian herself. I thought we were supposed to go to the Great Court and look at beautiful things. See, I was just going to propound the theory that what we're supposed to be doing is to catch a glimpse of her, metaphorically speaking. Like, to see her beauty in the leaves, the startlingly pink leaves of the trees and that kind of thing, right? The leaves of the trees are as pink as a Corsairman's sash, but boldly and expectantly at the master stonemason standing out amongst the workmen. Hey there, Barian. Stress on the third syllable. Barian. Okay, Barian. You're actually not staring at the mason. You're staring at that bench. Imagining sitting on that bench. Maybe with the mason. Hey there, Laganed. Wait, seriously? She's staring at this guy? Her grandpa? Maybe it's her grandpa. Maybe she's just watching grandpa at work. And she's staring at the bench because she's wishing that he would take a break. Right? Because he's overworked. And she's like, she and grandma have been talking about how he needs to retire, and he won't retire, so she's come to watch and make sure he doesn't overstrain himself so she can report back to Grandma. I think that's what's happening here. Okay, Wigend.
What
I am
news
the
do you
master.
bring, traveler?
I am the master stonemason. Only the best stoneworkers in Gondor may study under me, and most will never master the art themselves. Okay. Huh. Wasn't there a ranger with the same name? What, Wigend? Or Beriadir? Okay, meditate at the fountain. Oh, okay, now this is the thing. Okay, hi, Beriadir. I'm gonna, you keep up the good, you keep an eye on Grandpa over there and make sure he doesn't come to any harm. Okay. Yeah, she's over there like, lift with your legs, not your back. Wigend is in Kendith's history lesson instance. Okay, that's cool. This mason was probably named after him. Okay, so let's see. Great fountain is this way. Okay. She looks like she's totally teaching her friend dance moves. Do it like this. Okay. All right. Yes, go to the great fountain. It's right next to Beriadir. Okay. This is a good place to meditate, is it? I like to meditate right next to Beriadir also. Okay. Let's meditate. Write about how the stream of water is strong and bold, and totally not into you, Mr. Poet. Okay. Examine the blue canopy for resemblance. Okay. Am I done meditating? Yeah. I gotta... Which canopy? Which canopy do I examine? Whoa! I've lost track of time. It's late. I should stop. I'm having so much fun in Dol Amroth. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. Oh my. I can't wait. I'm never leaving Dol Amroth ever again. Never ever. This is the best. Thank you for joining me on this memorable day today, brought to you by Beriadir, and we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna be in Dol Amroth forever, and I'm gonna love every minute of it. Thanks for joining me today. I better run because I'm super late and didn't notice that. But I will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.